Going all the way live. Give y'all a second to get on in here. We are live. Looks like I am live on TikTok and on YouTube. Welcome in, y'all. I'm just grubbing right now. Figured I'd grub while I wait for people to hop in here. But today, I'll probably be live for about half hour, 45 minutes. And then I'm going to go watch Beverly Hills Cop 4 with the fam. Axel Foley. I'm excited about that. For those of you who get the day off tomorrow, what are y'all excited about doing? What's going on, Deanna? I'm finishing up my dinner, and then we're going to get to making some music. And then we're going to talk about God's Word. Actually, I'm getting God's Word first. I thought I'd chat with you guys for a little bit while I ate. What's going on, y'all? Happy 4th of July Eve. We're going to be making some music in a minute. You know, I'll throw a little something on the background. This is a little bit of what I've been cooking up. Kind of a la Inside Out here. We're going to be messing around with the joy theme tonight. So, you guys got plans for tomorrow? Anybody do anything fun? Now, my brother just hit me up. We're probably going to end up grilling together. I wonder if you guys are doing anything fun. You know, I don't know. All right. I know y'all didn't come here to watch me eat, but I want to hurry up and eat just before it got cold. But also wanted to get going. I know it usually takes people a minute to get warmed up. So I thought I would kind of grub a little bit. All right. So let's get into God's Word for a little bit, and then we're going to get into a beat. So earlier today, actually, I dropped a new episode of my podcast called, what was it called? I think the title of the episode was something along the lines of, oh my gosh, unreasonable faith. That's right. Unreasonable faith and seeing the unseen. And we took a look at the story of the woman that with the issue of blood. And then we also took a look at just our faith. And we're trying to figure out how it is that we can live a life that looks more like both of the main characters in that story, the woman and Jesus. So we looked at Luke 8. I think it was verses 43 through 48. And I'll read that really quickly, and then we'll dive in. And then I'm going to get into making the music, making a beat here, so you guys can enjoy that and kind of get to see some of the behind-the-scenes process of that as well. So Luke 8, let me just set up the scenario here. We've got Jesus who is on his way to heal Jairus' daughter. Jairus was an important man there that was respected in the area. And there's a large, harem of people that are with Jesus who are kind of escorting him on the way to Jairus' daughter's house. And Jairus' house where his daughter is waiting and she's essentially dying. And so Jesus is on his way to heal her. And then there's something that happens. And that's where we're going to jump in here. We're in Luke chapter 8. We'll start in... we'll just start in 40. It said, "Now when Jesus returned, the crowd welcomed him, for they were all waiting for him. And there came a man named Jairus, who was a ruler of the synagogue," see, important man, "and falling at Jesus' feet, he implored him to come to his house, for he had an only daughter about 12 years of age, and she was dying." So that's kind of like already the context. "As Jesus went, the people pressed around him." So this is setting up the scene that he's just not having a leisurely stroll. You've got a bunch of people that were waiting for Jesus, and now they are all tightly walking with him, and like a gang of folks walking on the way to Jairus' house. Verse 43, this is where my podcast started. If you want the podcast version of this, you guys can go to fivebythefire.org, or if you're watching this either on TikTok or on YouTube, if you go to my last posted video, you'll see my actual podcast episode where I share this. But it said, verse 43, and there was a woman who had had a discharge of blood for 12 years. So this woman has been suffering from this blood issue for 12 years. She's just been incessantly bleeding for 12 years. And that's actually the same age that we see in another account of his. Actually, no, it says it right here. That's how old his daughter was as well. She was 12 years of age. In verse 42, we see that. So it's kind of ironic, if you will, that we've got a woman who's been dealing with this issue for as long as this young girl has been alive, right? And now Jesus is on his way to heal the young girl, but this woman who has this issue, it says, and though she had spent all her living on physicians, she could not be healed by anyone. She's been spending her money just trying to get healing. No one's been able to do it. She came up behind him being Jesus, and touched the fringe of his garment. Like, what? Why? What's the point of that? Why is she doing that? What? You're going to touch his garment? And immediately her discharge of blood ceased. And Jesus said, who was it that touched me? Yo, Jesus felt the touch, right? Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Jesus felt the touch of this woman, and he stopped and he said, who was it that touched me? When all denied it, Peter said, it's always funny when I see Peter in the context of denial. I shouldn't laugh at that. My bad, Peter. Says, Master, Peter said, Master, the crowd surround you and are pressing in on you. Like, he's like, yo, everybody touched you. Like, everybody's surrounding you. They're all pressing in on you right now, Jesus. What are you talking about? It said, but Jesus said, someone touched me, for I perceive that power has gone out from me. And when the woman saw that she was not hidden, she came trembling. So she had been hidden. No one could see her, right? She had been behind the scenes for all of her life. Saw that no one had seen her, but now she saw that she was suddenly being seen. She came trembling and falling down before him, declared in the presence of all the people why she had touched him and how she had been immediately healed. She's declaring, I believed that I was going to get healing and I touched him and now I've got that healing. She is declaring it, letting everybody know. It said, and he said to her, daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace. So you guys, there's a couple things I want us to notice here. One is with the woman. This woman, she had been dealing with this problem for 12 years. People after people had gone to try and heal her. She spent so much money trying to get healing, but she had no relief. And she, for whatever reason, thought that Jesus, if I just touch Jesus, if I just get my hand on a piece of his garment, I'm going to get healing. That was an unreasonable thought. Let's just be honest. That was a ridiculous thought that this woman had in this moment. But she had that faith. It wasn't reasonable, but she decided she was going to go ahead and make it happen. You guys, growing up, I was always one who was into the Law and Order shows, right? I love Law and Order. And I like that they in the courtroom, that was my thing. They were always trying to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that this person was guilty. They would make sure they would present all the evidence and they would prove the case. And the jury's job, their one job, was to examine the evidence and decide if there was any reasonable doubt as to this person's guilt. And if there was nothing outside of reasonable doubt, like if they had no reasonable doubt that this person was guilty, then they would convict. You guys, that's what our life is. Our life is about gathering the evidence of God's faithfulness so we can do life beyond a reasonable doubt. This woman, she didn't have that luxury. She didn't have all the evidence, but she believed, even though her faith was unreasonable, that God would show up. She had unreasonable faith. And I wonder if we are willing to lean in right now with some unreasonable faith. And if we lean in long enough with that unreasonable faith, I know we will begin to develop a history where God is going to continue to make the case of his goodness, his faithfulness to us. And we would walk away with a reasonable faith, that we would know beyond a reasonable doubt that God is a healer. So do we have that sort of faith? Do we have the desire just enough to reach out and touch him, to lean in, to grow our faith? And secondly, and then we'll go ahead and get into making some beats. Secondly, Jesus is slowing down enough to recognize that there's someone here who's been hidden for all of her life, right? She thought she was going to sneak through the crowd and just get a touch, but Jesus said, "Stop, daughter." He said, "Daughter." So, wow. Jairus is begging for his daughter to be healed, but Jesus stops and recognizes when he's got a daughter that needs that same healing, and he's not going to leave without her getting it. He perceived what was imperceptible to everybody else. He felt what no one else could feel, saw what no one else would see, and he healed her. Do you know that Jesus can see you? Wherever you're at, in the midst of your pain, in the midst of your struggle, Jesus sees you. He sees you, and he wants to heal you. Would you reach out and touch Jesus as he goes through the crowded life? Just reach out and touch him. He's going to slow down and take note of you. He's not lost sight of you. Jesus will look for you. All right, now you guys, we're going to go ahead and make this beat. We're going to get into doing some stuff. I was listening to Inside Out 2. Actually, matter of fact, right as my day was ending, I was like, you know what, I want to make a beat tonight, but I didn't really have inspiration yet. And my daughter was playing some, I think it was a TikTok actually, that had the music from Inside Out 2 on there. Actually, it was just Inside Out, I think. And it was the Joy theme. And I started messing around with that, so you can kind of hear some of that here in the background. Actually, you know what? I think now at this point, I'm going to go ahead and turn this around maybe so you can see. Actually, let me switch the monitors so you guys can see here what I'm doing. This is going to be fun. At least it'll be fun for me. All right, so here we go. There, you can see there what I'm doing. And YouTube, sorry, you're just going to have to hear it. All right, so here, if we can see this at all, this is the instrumental that I laid out from the keys, all right? So I was just over here. Let me pause this for a second. So and actually, I'll throw it back on my my keyboard for a second so you guys can see. So I was just, let's see, let's get all this opened up again. Da-da-da-da. So I was just finding the chords from YouTube for the notes of the song from Joy's theme, and I think it was this. And you can play it at any octave, really. And then I even dropped it down lower. Right? So that's what this is here. And I slowed it down. Let's crank this up a little bit. Yeah. Hey, Grayson. Thank you for liking the live. So I slowed that down. Yeah. And then I went ahead and was looking for some lead sound. And this is when I went and found what were the actual lead notes that they played in that song. So that's this. And then I did a variation. On the way that song was played towards the back end. So kind of made it my own here. But I'll be quiet so you can hear it. So it's kind of got that Inside Out. Oh, thank you, Grayson. Appreciate the rose. And I did it in the piano too. I think I like the piano version better even. So I'll let you just hear the piano solo. So this was just me on the keys a moment ago. But then I was like, yeah, we got to funk this up. Let's put some funky on it. So got a like little chord. Now, I was like, we need some drums. Let's see if I can cue them up well. Here we go. And I add this like bowstring in there. This here. Thanks, Grayson. I call this inside in. And then we can start dropping out like some of the sounds to give it some variation. All right. So now you kind of heard what the raw sounds like. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead, and so this is coming out of two different programs right now. So these, just the drums, are coming out of my machine software because I just find it easier to do drums in the machine, and then the all the other instrumentation is coming out of Logic Pro, and I find Logic Pro easier for composition. So I've already exported these drums. I'm gonna try to drop these in now on Logic Pro. Let's see what we can do here. Actually, while I do that, I'll let you guys keep listening to that. This is in honor of the new Inside Out 2, you know. Really dig that. Where's my music? Where are my beats? 4. Inside in. Drums. All right. All right, let's see what it does here. That's way too loud on some of those, so let's soften those up. And then we'll get right back into it. Turn those down. Delete some of the tracks I don't need. That's the basics of kind of putting this whole thing together here. I know you guys on YouTube couldn't really see it, but you can hear it and get the vibe here. So Here's my problem. I get bored with stuff quickly. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to save this and then we're going to start something new. Hey, welcome to the chat here, Mr. Fun, Fun, Fun. Well, man, I feel bad because I literally just stopped the song because I was about to start something new. I'm going to start a brand new track, but you're here at the right time if you want to hear me work on something completely brand new that I think will be super fun. So let me go ahead and save this project. I said it was going to be called Inside In. I'm going to put that in the right folder. And I'll go through it one last time. Yeah, since you left. Never mind. I was about to say for them. Okay, Grayson, it looks like you're still here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to start a brand new track. But this time I'm going to start it in machine only. Oh, let me go ahead and save this as Inside In as well. All right, brand new track. Okay, now what I like to do when I make a track from scratch, well, I shouldn't say from scratch. Because I always start with an inspiration. Very rarely am I truly just like out of nowhere making a track. So I'll find like a sound that I'm drawn to or something like that, and that'll be the basis. So lately I've been messing with samples a lot. So let's see if we can go into kind of this sample library I got here and see if there's a sample I can find that we might want to cut up to use for this. So let me see if I can go ahead and let's see, get some samples here that I might like. Let's see, why don't I hear this? That's kind of smooth and jazzy. You know what? That'd be fun to chop up. I don't think I've ever made a song in E flat major. This says this is E flat major. So let's do this. We're going to go ahead and we're going to try and chop this thing up and do something with this. And I'll probably be doing this for about another 25 minutes. So we're going to give myself 25 minutes. And then I'm going to go, hey, you love all the old jazz samples. Dope, Grayson. Then we're going to go and I'll probably watch, what's that, Beverly Hills Cop, that new one that just dropped on Netflix. So, hey, if you don't know, now you know. I'm going to try to do this like 150 though. And then let me try, see if I can stretch this. Wah, 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 wah. I don't know if I dig it anymore. Hold up. Let me not do that. Let me just keep it like it is. And then I will chop it up. I'm sorry, then I will just make the beat faster. Sometimes I do that and it's like sometimes it works great, where it sounds great like that. Sometimes it sounds like garbage when I try to put them back together. But let me see. That sounds so slow right now. Hold up. That is way slow for me. Let me move that to like maybe not 150, but like gosh, like 130. It feels so slow to me right now. Let's see. All right, I can make that work. I'm just gonna do a simple maybe 16 bar cut. Yeah, I think I'll do that. All right, we got some fire emojis in there. Let's try that. And then I think first I'll lay down a beat for it. Let's see. try that. Make this 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4. Do I like that? Yeah, we'll stick with that. Now let's try to mess with this. We're going to keep that simple. We're going to keep it simple. You said this was E flat major, right? All right, let's see what we got as far as maybe some chords or some pads that I can layer this in the background with. I probably need some hi-hats still too. This right here should help me fill it in a bit. Nope. It's too loud. I'm trying to think if I like that sound in the background. Thanks, Grayson. You too. It's great to meet you, Grayson. We'll see you next time. How's everybody doing in the YouTube land? Chilling? What about TikTok? What y'all doing over there? Kicking it? All right. I don't like this sound here. It's just muddying it up. I need something else though. What do we need? Hey Ricky, I see you in there. Ricky Ryan. Any thoughts about sounds I should try and add to this? All right, let me think. Let's just see what else is in the major sound. What about an 808? Let's see if we got any good 808s, shall we? This one's basic, but maybe it'll work. All right, here we go. Let's try this. Oh, I can barely hear it. I turned that down so low. Oh, this probably doesn't come across on the live at all. Super low end. That's what I needed. Hey. I want to spit bars. Do I have any bars? They're telling me to turn it down upstairs, I think. I think as soon as I hit that sub, they're like, yo, that's too loud. Can y'all still hear it? All right, I'm going to be live for about 8 or 9 more minutes. Let me see what I can do before they come down here and tell me to stop. All right, let me try and see if I got some bars for this. Two steps forward in a snail pace, then a trip flip fell down the staircase. My legs and tired of wasting time, wrong place. Oh, okay. I don't hate this. Here, let me switch up the camera a little bit. Ooh. Messed up both cameras. 2 steps forward in the snail pace. Then I tripped and fripped down the trail case. Lace the tie, waste of time, wrong place of time. His grace, not mine, keeps me in this race divine. Laws of time and space defied by the one who placed by design on the throne outside. Whoa, I don't even know what I'm saying because these lyrics don't work with this beat. These lyrics are for a beat that's a lot slower. I can guarantee you. Hold on, I'm just trying to look through old lyrics I got before I get off here. As soon as I switched it up, everybody left. All right, I'm about to get off here then, because they get mad upstairs. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say this, and I'm gonna go back to that. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to that Inside Out beat. '57. All right, let's see if we can put together this whole actual beat into a real joint, huh? Let's see what we can do. All right, so I'm gonna cut this here down to that, and I'm gonna cut this here to that. I'm gonna move all of this over there. Call it like that. Okay, and then we're gonna drop this in multiple times. It's that Inside Out right here. Hey, Aaron. How's it going? Long time no see. This beat right here was inspired by Inside Out. Here, watch. It's a lot slower, I think, than the actual Inside Out beat right now. I slowed it down. I played this on my keys because I was checking out the YouTube tutorial. So this inspired it. And then I started layering pieces on here. I like that warm pad. Hey, James. How you doing? Tell James I said hi as well. How am I doing? I'm good. Yeah. Got a lot going on as always. This is like my fun, just enjoying life place. So glad I can share with folks on TikTok, YouTube, wherever. So I'm on YouTube over here and TikTok here. All right, but now we're gonna drop that next beat like. I'm like customizing it as we go right now because the loop is a little bit different. Now this is the loop. This is all for those Inside Out fans. Then I had to get like orchestral for no reason. I wonder if I have bars that will work for this. Let's try these here. I put my trust in you like a parachute. Yeah, I'm walking in your steps like a pair of shoes. I got my chips stacked high like I'm playing Jenga. Boy meets world, but no crust like Topanga. You're the peace bringer, and now I'm going all in. They watch me betting, I bet they won't call it. They folding like arms at a wax show. They go in with arms, yeah, trying to blast those. Can't match those that war on our knees. They're gonna pass those mini me's like mini fleas. Gotta scratch those with a penny in my hand. I'm trying to cast those in it to win, but I'm not gonna trash those. Sorry, waste man, I meant recycle. You call me psychopath, but now I psychopaths gold. Collect 220 for the king, bro. You call it a tithe, I call it it's all his. No, none of it mine. None of it mine. It's all his. No, none of it mine. And vice versa. The advice in my verses to put him first, but no sweat if he took the curse since the day he arose, discarded the grave clothes. Yeah, what? Loves me like no, I can't even read my lyrics. You haven't seen Inside Out 2 yet? I haven't either. I'm looking forward to see that. But my daughter had it, Layla had it on her phone. Like I think she was watching TikTok, and that loop came on. So I was like, ooh, I was looking literally in that moment. I was like, I want to be inspired. And then I heard this right here when I was looking to be inspired. This is what I heard. It was faster, but that's what I heard right there. And I was like, oh man, I want to do something with that. So I was like, let me do something with that. And then this is what happened, you know. He loved me from the inside out. I said he loved me from the inside out. That's what faith's all about. He make me want to scream and shout. My God loved me from the inside out. Yo, he loved me from the inside out. Part 2. I just freestyled that right here, y'all. That actually might be the hook of this song. Now that I think about it, I might have to write that down. He loved me from the inside out. You know, because he's not worried about our physical. We're spiritual beings, right? That are just doing life on this earth for the time being. And he loves our soul first and foremost, you know? So he loves us from the inside out. And the joy that's in us, right? Like you see joy in the movie, but the joy that's in us, that's from the Lord. And that's our strength. Just like it was the central piece in that character's story. The joy of the Lord is a central piece in our story that strengthens us, that empowers us to do all that he called us to. So let's keep the joy of the Lord our strength. And remember that no matter what, Jesus always loves you from the inside out. I said he loved me from the inside out. That's what this faith's all about. Our God, he loved me from the inside out. I said he loved me from the inside out. He loved me from the inside out. The joy of the Lord, it makes me want to shout because it's God up above. Love me from the inside out. I got to go. Love y'all. This was fun. I think I need to download this live afterwards because that hook that just happened right here, I think that's going to be on this if I actually make a song out of this. So if you haven't already, y'all, if you're watching right now, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the lives, and don't subscribe to the lives. I don't want to give them any money here at TikTok because I am forming a online community for Christian creatives. So I would love you to subscribe to that. Go ahead and go to orderedchaosclub.com. You guys can check that out if you're somebody who believes in continuing to move forward in your creativity and doing it with Christ at the center. Having said that, don't forget, Jesus always loves you from the inside out. And I'm out. Love y'all. I will see you later. All right, you guys. I feel bad. I have not been giving you enough attention, but the truth is, no one's been here on this live. So I hope you remember that God loves you from the inside out, and that you just continue to move forward in all that God's given you. And yeah, live out the joy of the Lord. All right. Love y'all. Peace.